Alright, so this is a tutorial on removing the middle seat. I looked on YouTube when I did it, trying to avoid breaking plastic, and I couldn't find a tutorial, so I went ahead and made this one. So here's a schematic I found online. These are the plastic pieces that have to be removed, 10, 12, and 1 and 2. And there's actually a duplicate of those on either side. The schematic just doesn't show it. So what you're going to have to do here is you're going to have to pull it backwards towards the back of the seat. It slides on towards the front. So what you see here, I'm just pulling it and popping it off on the back. So once it pops off the back, you'll see the back piece. It has two pieces that just kind of clip into there with metal clips, and the other clips are just slid in. So this is the bolt we have here. It's got a star key in the middle that's got 12 grooves, and so this is the front piece that needs to come off here. What I've done here is just pulled up on the very base, trying to spread the force out over the entire thing as to not break anything or put any pressure on it in a diagonal way, which will also break the clip if it's not directly up and down. And at the back of here, there's also another clip that needs to be popped off as well, so you slide your hand to the back and use the same method and pop that as well. And then I try to position the seat as far back as I can to try to get this thing off. But I think you should probably wait to get the entire plastic piece off until the seat is removed. You're going to be able to reach around and get that bolt out and remove it, just because this piece kind of wraps around the entire pedestal of the seat, so it's kind of difficult to do it without the seat removed, but just kind of loosening up everything in the meantime. So here are the star keys that I have. Unfortunately, my star keys only have 6 points to the star, whereas the holes or the bolt in the back has 12 slots. So you risk stripping the star key if you use it. But fortunately, this one back here has a socket head on there, and it's an 18 millimeter or close to it. And so I've opted out of using the star key, and I decided to use a socket to remove this one right here, just a Duralast 18. And these came out fairly easy. So here they are removed. And then we'll move on to the front. Now, unfortunately, this star key, star bolt, does not have a bolt head or a hex head. So I had to use the star key, and it came out without a problem. So once these are removed, then you can start trying to pick it up. As you can see here, trying to pick it up directly upwards will not work because those plastic brackets are going to be preventing you from pulling it up, and you don't want to break those. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold up the back seat so you have room to slide it, and then you're going to go backwards out of those plastic clips and then up. And so here we go. It goes back, and then you can fully remove it. And I think the best method of not damaging your vehicle, the doors, the panels, is to just fold the seats back down and go ahead and slide out the back of the trunk with the felt on felt as you slide it. Now, obviously, you don't want to damage this. It's an expensive replacement. I'm not sure how much it would cost, but I'm assuming in the thousands. So just make sure you have a place soft to put it on, some foam pads, and a large black trash bag. I'm not sure how long you plan on leaving the mid row out. But so here's a problem, and it's probably why this is not an optional removal. It's because this plastic piece, it's structurally supposed to attach to the sliding bars on that seat you just removed. So leaving it here will probably end up breaking it because someone will walk in and step on it, and it's not supported at all. So I opted just to remove the whole thing. It's not picturesque. There's going to be a wire exposed, but I think it's better than having it crack and then you having to try to super glue the thing back together. So this comes off. There's a clip on the back, and you can get it off by turning it clockwise and sliding. I guess one side would be clockwise, the other side would be counterclockwise, but I'll go in and show you the clips on the back. But essentially it just slides in on the back side, closest to the camera here. And those are all the pieces removed now. As you can see here, this piece just pushes in. It has two arrow brackets or whatever you call it, and it slide in there, slots. And those are the pieces on the front that clipped in. But yeah, see, that's the wire I was talking about. I'm not sure what it's to, maybe a airbag or something, but it doesn't protrude too far into the walking path, so hopefully no one kicks that thing and breaks it off. I suppose if you're concerned about it, you could, and you really wanted this to happen, you could do a workaround on trying to limit the exposure on that piece of plastic right there, especially if you have young kids in the car. And always, I'm assuming it's a family car, you have family members at the house, go ahead and screw these bolts back in, because sometimes the parts that you take off the car never manage to come back in the car, unfortunately. So this will protect that from these specialty bolts from getting lost. Now, if the car seat goes missing, that's a different problem altogether. And the plastic clips, of course, bag them up as well, and hopefully they don't walk off. Because, well, you could probably order them. It'll probably be, several $100s, but yeah, there you go. That's how you remove the seat out of the mid row. Thanks.